All right, we are live. Stupid light is crazy. Hold on a minute. That's a little better. There we go. It's hard to get good light in this house. All right. My camera is acting up today. Whoa. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Something is freaking out my computer. Whoa. I wonder what's going on. Ah! Well, this ain't cool. I don't know what's happening with my computer. Oh, I got nothing. Oh, this ain't cool. I have no idea what's going on. Let me try to restart this thing. Let's see if that fixed it. I don't know what's happening. My camera's freaking out. I got dogs screaming. This sucks. Well, how is everybody today? Got some I'm waiting for those new custom rod blanks that are being made just for me. They're gonna be I don't know what we're gonna name them yet. They're gonna be fishing Louisiana rods. I wanted to do like a Cajun stick or Cajun rod, but there's already a manufacturer of those, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. Oh, that dog won't shut up. Hate that dog. Yeah, can you guys hear this dog? Well, I'm trying to see if you guys can even hear me. I'm having technical difficulties with the camera and everything. Let me see what we got here. Well, I'm trying to see if you guys can even hear me. I'm having technical difficulties with the camera and everything. Let me see what we got here. Well, I'm trying to see if you guys can even hear me. I'm having technical difficulties. All right. you guys can hear me? I don't know what's happening though. Yeah, I got some big things. I should reach my watch hours if my calculations are correct. Tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Monday for sure, I'll be able to apply for monetization. So that's good news. Just wanted to come on quick and just see what everybody's up to. Got some rods being built. I finally got Becca's rod done. After the hurricane, everything got messed up, and I was super behind. But I finally catching up and getting back in the swing of things. Rex Blocker won a 50% off a rod, and me and Rex were talking a couple of weeks ago on one of the lives, and we narrowed down a bunch of things that he wants for his. I don't know where that sheet went. It's right here, but I called about the parts and the rod blanks. I called 3 different manufacturers, and those rod blanks are not going to be available till the middle of next month. So we got that. There we go. So I'm really excited about these rod blanks that I have being built. They're being built to my specifications. I gave them every detail on how I wanted them built, the millimeters of the thickness and the carbon fiber with the nano. Hopefully they're really strong. I got 6 prototypes coming in, and we're gonna get some safety glasses and some gloves on, maybe even a full shield on the face, and we're gonna stand on the bottom of the boat and see how much weight we can pick up with them. I'm gonna build one, just throw some guides and a handle on it, and then but I don't know, 50, 100 pound tests on there and a big reel, and try yanking some weight into the boat. We'll go up and wait slowly. Maybe we'll do gallons of milk. Yeah, people pay for quality. I just sold here in Louisiana. LSU is big, so I had a metallic purple MHX rod, and I got the purple wind grips. I've got a gold aluminum reel seat. It was a gold X. And then I put the purple and gold guides, not like these casting ones, but spinning rod guides on there. And then I did purple and gold tiger stripe for the split grip and the handle. And then I did a nice reverse chevron wrap with the purple and gold. And then I put the LSU logo with the monogram on it. And I think that sold for 600 or 650. It wasn't up for sale for 10 minutes. I posted it in a couple private groups that I'm in, and it sold quick. I was actually trying to build a couple more of them because it sold so quick. I want to say I had roughly 300, maybe 325, 350. I can't remember exactly. Let me look and see if I can find a picture of it. Here we go. Let me blow up this screen. Let me share the screen. Oh, all right. That's cool. Yeah, it came out really good. That guy came out and bought it instantly. And actually, it sold so quick. I'm gonna make another one of them. I'm gonna do a Saints Rod 2 coming up here. Let's share the screen. Here is that tiger stripe. It really came out nice. I was trying to figure out how I was going to incorporate the tiger. Got the purple one grips with the yellow in between. It was good. It's got the gold aluminum reel seat. And, Dynasty Rods Customs in the house. This guy is awesome. I'm doing good, brother. This one, I did a yellow under wrap with the purple on top. MHX. I'm pretty sure this was like $350. That monogram was. You can get all the college football monograms, but you cannot get NFL. It's weird. Oh, that was a cheaper version. This is the Get Bit white blank, and I did a cheaper LSU version of that rod on that one. These are just some of my rods. That's my dragon scale. I forgot who I built that one for. Ooh, now we're into pizzas and stuff. Believe it or not, I've been building for close to a year now. I've grown a lot because I have a compulsive personality. So once I start doing something, I originally just started. The whole reason for yeah, right. Um, I'll tell you what. Did you see my video with the hold on, I'm a strong believer the Get Bit poles. Let me tell you what they are. Um, they can hold their own, brother. Let me find. I've got one. I don't know what is going on here. Let me do something quick. I took Bill's pole out for. I gave Bill a rod for his birthday, and I I've never I've never built myself my own rod yet. I've never built my own rod. I got my own blank. I mean, it's real. I got a $350 blank in there. The thing is, I'm always learning a new rod wrap, and I don't know what I want. You know, I don't know if you know his captain. He used to have a Captain Clueless was his YouTube channel for a while, and then it was Let's Drive USA. He's a stunt driver. His name is Jim. He wanted me to build him a custom rod, and he was sending me pictures of wraps. And he said, "Can you do this one?" And I was looking at the picture, and it was a very gritty picture, and that was what I came up with. I really like that grayscale wrap. You can, I believe, I can. You want to come on the panel? You can show it on panel. But hold on a minute. Let me show you one of the get bit rods quick. Let me see if I can pull this up. This is one of our fishing trips. I took Bill's rod. Here it is. Watch me hook this fish. Is a nice size red. And let me tell you, he bent that pole well over 180 degrees. Watch this pole bend. He bent it completely under the boat. And this is the Get Bit cheap white blank. And I've never fished with it before. I made it for people and they've loved it. But watch this fish put a hurting on this pole. I thought for sure I was going to snap it. Bill didn't even get to use it yet. It was his birthday present. And I said, you know what? I want to try out one of these custom rods I built. So I grabbed his off the rack and took it fishing with me that day. Watch this pole bend. Hold on a minute. It's coming up. I mean, look, he's bending it sideways right now. I was just manhandling that red. Watch, that pole's going to go straight under the boat. Look. Look. Tell me that pole can't handle a fish, bro. So I'm a strong believer those get bit rods can handle their own, bro. I think he was like 6.5 pounds or something like that, almost 7 pounds. But he was putting a hurting on that rod. Yeah, that was my first time ever fishing with one. I've still never built myself one. I could show you the rack in there. I Yeah, I didn't cut that fish any slack. I didn't have the audio on in that video, and as I was reeling it in, I said, well, I wanted to see what this rod could do. And then when I went under the boat, I'm like, oh, please don't let me snap Bill's rod. He didn't get a chance to use it yet. But it handled its own. Now, these rods that I'm having, the 6 prototypes that I'm having come in are supposed to, the specs I gave them well exceed that rod. And it's going to be a 7 foot. The prototypes I'm getting in, because 90% of the rods I build are 7 foot mediums. Every now and then I build a medium heavy. But this rod is supposed to have the sensitivity of a medium. If my calculations are right, because I gave them the specs, but have the strength of a medium heavy. I don't use a heavy ever. That one rod I used when I caught that explosion on the top water, that was a medium light, and I only had 8 pound test on there, monofilament, and I think he was in that video 27 or 30 inches or something like that. He exploded that top water, and let me tell you, I thought for sure he was going to break the pole or the line. Yeah, the thing is, they got plenty of backbone. I worry about the sensitivity. Yeah, no, I don't fish the river at all. Wow. Where have you been, Ace? I haven't seen you in months, since way before the hurricane. I had a month off because of the hurricane. Ida took out my internet, burned up my modem, and then it took almost 30 days to get a new modem. Yeah, I fish saltwater. Obviously, you're from around here, A&D. What part of where are you from? Yeah, my wife was sick for a while, Ace. Everybody around here's got this stupid cold going on. I mean, a bunch of them have went and got tested, but it's nothing but a cold. A&D bait and tackle. What? Where do you live? What area do you fish out of? I fish real close to the Gulf. I'm in the marsh still. Right now, is the best time of year to go fishing. I've been so busy with the merging all the companies. So I'm licensed for electrical, plumbing, got an engineering degree in heating, air conditioning. Since I did stuff, I used to be a roofer for 15, almost 20 years in New York before I moved here. And I swore I'd never do roofing again, but there's so many people from out of state coming in and stealing people's money and stuff. So I had some friends ask me to do their roofing. Before you know it, now I'm doing roofs too. So I'm in the process of merging all the companies into one license, adding the classifications to the one company. So I don't have all this extra taxes and tax work and bookkeeping. When to StreamYard back with A&D Bait talk about your fishing experience. I'm trying to find out where A&D Bait and Tackle um, lives because he's in a few of the same Facebook groups that I'm in. And I was showing him some of the custom rods that I built, and he said he's seen them in my one of my Facebook groups. So he's got to be in one of those. The most expensive rod I built so far was $950, and this one this one was 650. I think it was all together. That one was 650. I'm gonna do a video of some of my rod wrapping equipment. I got one power wrapper on this table, and then over on the left table, you can see there was another power wrapper on this table here. This is my left table. That was my right table. I've got 4 or 5 dryers and all kinds of stuff. More stuff that I need. here's a power wrapper on this table. I got a hand wrapper back there. There's a spine finder there. This rod's on a whole nother table. That one back there is this right here is a clutch to a different rod drive. I added the extra spools. This hand wrapper only came with these two spool holders here, and then I bought the attachment and added 4 spools to it. And this over here, as you can see, that's just a blank that I use to make my videos with for you guys. Most of the wraps I do for you guys, I don't even know how to do them. I do them with you guys for the first time, and then I add it to my collection. I'm gonna get a website going with all of the. I want to be able to get a website going. Now I'm gonna have my own Fishing Louisiana rod blanks. And there's going to be different types for, there's going to be a jigging rod and a bass rod and all these different rods, a saltwater, a surf rod. Right now I'm starting with just a 7-foot medium spinning rod. I think you could classify it as a medium heavy, to be honest with you, because I think the lure weight was 10 to 14, or was it 8 to 12? I don't know. It can handle big stuff, but it's nice. I had that company reach out to me and want to work with me on building my own stuff. I want to do a challenge with you, bro. We got to figure it out. I want to get a program so when I'm talking, you hear it in your language, and when you talk, I hear it in my language. That would be nice, and get you on a live, and we could do some things together. I really love your video. You inspired me to do what I do, watching your videos. Watching you hold a rod in one hand and then wrap it without even a rod wrapper, just holding it in the air and wrapping these patterns that you do on a rod was my inspiration. I'm like, if this guy can do it with what he's working with, all the stuff I got, I should be able to do it. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, everybody keeps messaging me. So I don't know if it's going to be something that I make a business out of. Like I said, I've got too many businesses as it is. I let it slow down. I got my boat up for sale. I just bought a new diesel truck to be able to pull a dump trailer. Dumpster costs are killing me. $690 a dumpster, and you can only have it for 3 days. It's just getting real costly, so I'm looking for a dump trailer, and I paid cash for everything. I have no debt. I just bought a truck, paid cash for it. Got a 6.0 diesel, and so now it's an F-250 Super Duty. So now it'll be able to handle anything because there's been a 3-month wait to be able to get shingles delivered to a job. So I've had my half-ton pickup, but I can only put 7 square shingle in the back of it at a time without really putting a hurting on that thing. Plus, it's only a 6-cylinder. So I set up 2 jobs for my crews, and one was a 21 square and one was a 24 square. Took 4 trips bringing shingles to the first job, and then 5 trips to the next one. So 9 trips altogether. Now there's 12 square shingles on a pallet. With this Super Duty, I can put a whole pallet on there easy and not worry about it. and I bought the computer monitor so I can program the truck, reset all the settings in the truck to make it into a tow package or better gas mileage and do all that type of stuff to it. You can tweak it yourself. So I can add a better tow package to it. It's got the tow package with the electric brakes and everything in it. I didn't get the one with the fifth wheel or the gooseneck rather, because I don't want the ball sticking up in the back of my bed of my truck. I want to be able to slide a skid in there. So I'll be looking for a trailer that just has a regular tongue on it. So that's what I'm after now. So I'm going to sell my boat. I'll just restore the other one. There he is. Coyote in the house. Yeah, we were just talking rods. I got a company making me my own fish in Louisiana. Well, I may have them making me my own rod. I can get them dirt cheap if I work right with this manufacturer. It's a little tooling setup cost in the beginning to get everything set up, but I should be able to get these rods way cheaper than we're paying from Get Bit or Mudhole, I'll tell you that. And they're made to my specifications. So I gave them some numbers, and they are sending me 6 prototypes. I'm going to beat the snot out of 3 of them, see if we can snap them. And then when they do snap, I want to know what they snap at, where they snap, why they snap. The goal is that they don't snap. But I'm going to get on the bow of the boat. I think I'm going to put a gallon of water, build the rod, put the reel on it, put 50 or 100 pound test on it, and try to pick up a gallon of water and put it in the boat. So that's an 8-pound fish. That's like a nice size red. That was a smaller. That's heavier than that red I caught in that video I was just showing. That was only like 6.5 pounds. You seen what he was doing to the rod. And we had to use a net to get him in. I want to see when it breaks. So I'm going to get 4 gallons of water, and then I'm going to put one on it, see if I can get the gallon of water into the boat. I'm going to leave the boat on the trailer in the yard, of course. And I'm going to get on the bow. I'm going to try to pick the gallon of water up and put it in the boat. That's my theory. And then if I can do that, then I'm going to put 2 gallons on it and see if I can pick up 16 pounds without it snapping. And then I'm going to go with 24 pounds. And then ultimately 32. I don't think any rod's going to pick up 32 pounds without snapping. But we're going to find out. So I'm going to buy some, maybe a clear face shield, at least safety goggles, and put some gloves on in case that rod explodes. And we'll get some product review. And then if I like the rod, then I'm going to build 3 of them. I've got 2 people. I'm going to, that's our charter captains that do a lot of fishing. So I'm going to send 2 rods out with them and let them put them through the test to see what they think of them, what they like about them, what they don't like about them. But I got a lot of rods I need to build. I finally got Becca's rod done. It came out good. I ain't showing it on them. Maybe she'll do an unboxing video. I don't know. But that one for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, that was done. She won it a long time ago. But then the hurricane hit. Then I was down for a month cleaning up the place, getting more equipment, and getting everything back to normal. And then I had a couple rods in front of her still, so I got those all done. Got Becca's done. I want to get Rex's done, but I can't get his blank for until the middle of December. They said when the blanks would be in from 2 different manufacturers. No, hopefully not, Ace. I've still got 4 drones. And Wrights, I still got you up on my messenger here. Let's Let's figure something out. You have to give me colors, what kind of fish you're going for. Obviously, you're gonna want a medium heavy or a heavy rod. Color schemes, I don't know what the hell the Navy colors are, so you have to tell me what the Navy colors are and stuff like that, and we'll work it out. Some of my drones, though, Ace, I've gotten many use out of. Like the second one that I got after I crashed the first one, I've had, no, that's a lie. The second one sank in the Gulf of Mexico. But the third one, I probably got about 25 flights on it. Um, and then the one I built, I still want to fly it through that fountain. I really want to fly it through that fountain. I think I'm going to fly that through the fountain, and I'm going to send that to Captain. And me and Captain are going to do, we were talking about doing some challenges. Captain's going to get, I'm going to send him one of my drones. He's going to do a video of doing something with the drone. And then I'm going to send up my drone and try to copy or outdo his video on his what he did with the drone. Ultimately, we're going to wreck these things, but I've got enough parts that I can fix two or three of them. A blue gray camo. How the hell am I going to do a blue gray? Oh, you know what? I think I did see that company that was manufacturing my rod blanks. I think I seen some EVA grips that were like a bluish gray camo color. And for the, if I got the grips, then I could take the blue, match up the blue with the blue thread and the gray with a gray thread, uh, and then do a wrap with those. What kind of rod are you looking for? Spinning or a casting? What kind of rod? What kind of weight? Do you want a medium heavy? Don't try going over 7 foot because I'm not shipping it to you. Otherwise, you're paying for shipping. I built Bill Leeper when I did his autism rod and the rod he won in the rod raffle. They were 7 foot 4 inches or something like that. It was $149 to send that rod, them two rods to him. I sent Becca's rod to her. It was 7 foot even. It cost me $14.99. So I'm not going over 7 foot. I mean, I'll send you whatever you want, but you're paying shipping. Yeah, you need a big rod for that reel, brother. You're going to need at least a medium heavy. You should get a heavy rod. And salmon are pretty. Yeah, see, most of the trout and salmon rods are 10 foot. Well, that'll have to be a two-piece rod. We can do that, though. My buddy Dynasty Rods Customs up here. This guy right here is the master of the two-piece rods. And if I have any questions, he could help me out with anything. I've never built a two-piece rod. I can't imagine it'd be hard. It's just like building two short ones. But we can do that for sure, though. I'm looking to get some the rod covers with the Fishing Louisiana logo and stuff on them. If I can buy them in bulk cheap enough, then I'm going to start sending out all my rods in those instead of putting them in a plastic bag and then bubble wrap and all that stuff. I'd like to get some boxes made and all that stuff, but who knows? No, you don't want a rod that you're not going to use, you mean, huh? These rods I build were made to be beaten up, man. I don't build rods to go on the wall. And you have to send me a pic. Well, I can go look at your video. That reel was like a reddish color, wasn't it? If you do like a blue and white rod with the red reel, you got your red, white, and blue. I don't know. We'll figure something out. That's a big reel, brother. The reason I had that reel, well, the original one got lost in the storm. I had to buy that one again for you because you wanted it. JJ Customs. Where's he out of, Ace? There's a lot of great rod builders. I do. I was already talking with Get Bit Outdoors, where you buy all your rod making materials, and they are. Well, yeah, the younger they are, man, they're more observant. They got a lot of creativity. I wouldn't doubt it. In my opinion, two-piece stems are less strong than uncut stems. Well, how do you get if you got an uncut stem? That means you have to push it up through the rod. How do you get it to stick? Is what I want to know. I'm going to send you an email in your language so we can understand each other. Dynasty rods. I just don't understand. In my opinion, two-piece stems are less strong than uncut stems. I don't understand. I don't do two-piece rods, so that's his specialty. That's what this guy does. And like I said, he does phenomenal work. And we're going to be doing a challenge, I guess. He's going to build a rod, and then I'm going to have to mimic it, or he's going to build part one of a wrap, and I'm going to build part two. I don't know what is going to go on. It ought to be fun, though. I know that. We have a good time talking. He's a great guy. I don't know if you guys are subscribed to his channel or not, but it's definitely worth checking him out. Let me see if we can get him up on the screen. We can use butt joint. I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Dynasty Rod Customs, but this dude is phenomenal. He's taught me without like actually teaching me. We become friends later on. He's a good friend of mine now. We have a little language barrier that we fight sometimes. Uh, and I do know what you're saying. I've seen that in some of your rods. I prefer the bottom joint or butt joint than the middle connection that uses a hollow tube. And in those ones that you do, aren't those a bunch of small pieces that slide up into it and then you have a guide on each one of them? Sort of like a telescopic rod. I made you a moderator. Post one of your video, a link to one of your videos that you're talking about, so we can see it. We'll watch it because I don't know exactly what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure them are those telescopic ones that you do. Let me go back to your channel. You do some good work. I'm trying to see how these go together. He's monetized, everybody. We got we got the commercials. I should be monetized very soon. I think I can apply tomorrow. All right, let's see. See, I think this is what he's talking about. Looks like a nice rod. Man, you gotta be careful in that alley. They got bikes going by. That's a big rod. And that's gotta be 10 foot. Man, it is strong. Once you put the guides on it, though, you're never taking it back apart. You can collapse it. It's got a nice arc to it. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah, this dude, I believe he lives in Indonesia. I actually want to go. I'd love to go visit him one time. We talk a lot. He's a great guy. He's had his YouTube channel for a long time. Um, he's been doing this for a long time. He don't show how many subscribers he has, but as you can tell, he's got he does like 49,000 views in 1 month. See my little measly. I went up. I was down running about 47, 4.7, 4.5. So I jumped up a lot, but nowhere near him. Total lifetime views, he's got over 1 million views. Let's see when he started his channel. 2010. He's a great guy. I'm actually, this is the only channel I actually subscribe to. And I don't know if there's any perks or anything to subscribing to his channel. Let's see. But I subscribe just to support him, give him some extra money. Yeah, I've only been a member for a month and 15 days. I didn't even realize that I could be a member at first for a while, but we talk a lot. He's a really good guy. He's the one that taught me so many patterns. He even features me on his channel. He's a great guy. I definitely recommend watching his videos. The dude is awesome. He's a great person. Got a great heart. It did look like a Japanese rod. I did see a couple of those. I just can't wait. My rod blank isn't going to be built in the United States. Excuse me. It's not going to be a China rod or anything like that either. But it is been the 6 prototypes have been built, and they went through customs, so they're en route now. I'm sure they're going to have to hit customs when they go through the states again. And we'll see if they hold up to what we want. I'm kind of looking forward. I wasn't going to even say anything about them and just like go through. I'm going to need help on. I want to name them. Fish in Louisiana custom rods. Dualfel, CR, rods like the MHX, the CRVs. It'd have to be 3 letters, really. I don't know. C Dynasty Rods Customs could be DRC rods. I don't know. I got to think of a name for the rods, and then we'll have different types of rods and, all that stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I do think I'll be able to be monetized. Let me see. Let's go look. $39.88. So that's only 12 watch hours. I should have, and this is from. See, that's from the 11th. It's the 13th now, so it's 2 days behind. I know I have the watch hours right now. So tomorrow or Monday, I should be able to apply to be monetized. The only thing I'm waiting for is just a little number right there. The rod wrapping videos are doing good. I'm a little channel, but they're doing all right. Everything's all about the rod wrapping videos. Let's see. This was Thursday's video. Not doing very good. I got it up late. I've been trying to, peak hours is like 7 o'clock my time. And I didn't even get that up until, look at that, 9:40. It went up. So I was running so behind schedule with all these companies. When YouTube starts suggesting it and it's showing up in the search, that's when it's good. Like the fade wrap and the chevron wrap, those videos have always done good. I don't know why. But look at this chevron wrap. It's got 6,000 views, but it's always showing up as suggested video YouTube search. I wonder what the click-through rate is. 4.6. It's got a 90,000 impressions, only 4,000 clicks. I do have 590 watch hours just from that video. That's good. But I mean, you guys can see the rod wrapping videos are what make it for me. Every now and then. I don't know why someone's even watched this thing just recently. Someone must have just watched it as a favor. But this is my best video right here. It's like over a year old. It's only 4 minutes. It's one of the very first videos I did. It's about that shallow water anchor right there. It's got 10,200 views. It's got 275 watch hours. And I'm telling you, the video is only 4 minutes long. I went to do a product review. Thanks, brother. Yeah, this one does good. That chevron wrap does really good. It's got a nice climb to it. Watch hours climb nice. Got 137 subscribers just from that video. It's not bad. Shows up in Google search a lot. And most of the views are new people. %. Are still watching towards the end. 32% average percent view, which is good because that's a long video. That's 24 minutes long. Those videos normally people lose interest in them. And as you could tell, it's mainly like new viewers. Some viewers have watched it. Returning viewers, like this is old video. It's not very new. I might do a newer version of it. Those colors and the thumbnail stinks. But I might do a newer version of that video when I get monetized. And I was thinking about when I get monetized, having a thing for members because you got to do such short videos to keep your engagement, your click-through rate up and all that stuff. So I was thinking about having a members area where I played the whole wrap. It could be an hour, it could be 2 hour video, but if you want to hear me talk in detail and what I'm doing, how I'm setting it up, what are my process, because I've literally wrapped a size D thread around a rod 7 times and then measured it. And I know 7 wraps is X amount of millimeters. I know 10 wraps is X amount of millimeters. So when I'm planning out a wrap, I spend a good hour to 2 hours doing a bunch of math, trying to make sure that I could fit all the thread that I want to do in that wrap. And I ain't gonna lie, about 7 out of 10 times it don't work out because when you're wrapping, if you're pulling tight, your thread's thinner. If you got it looser, it's thicker. So it's hard to be consistent. That's why I don't put that stuff in the video, because people don't understand. Everybody's different. And I know Dynasty Rods Customs, if we were using the identical same thread, I would get more threads per millimeter in my wrap than he would, because he's wrapping by hand and it's a nice loose wrap, where I'm using the rod wrapper and the tension is a lot tighter. We were just looking at my algorithm. I am 12 watch hours away from being monetized, but that is 2 days old. So I think I have the watch hours now. I should be able to apply tomorrow or the next day. And we were just looking at my things. I started out a fishing channel, but my fishing videos don't do good. Rod wrapping do great. My drone videos don't do good. Just my little chevron wrap. That was done January 24th, 2021. And it's got a steady climb. It didn't do nothing really for, I don't know, 27 days, 30 days. And then it just got a nice climb to it after that. And what's impressive for me is 30% average percentage viewed out of a 24-minute video is amazing. The click-through rate is tough. I average around a 5. But like this shallow water anchor, I mean, I think this one has one of the best click-through rates. 8.7. It used to be like a 10. It's a little 4-minute video too. So I'm thinking about redoing this video and giving it. I went to do a review, and I spun my prop on my boat and didn't get to do the review. So I talked about it before I went, showing it the thing on the boat. And then I sat down at the table back here when I got back and talked about it again for just like 2 minutes each time. And I don't know, for some reason that video just took off. It jumped. Within 8 days, it jumped up 3,000 views, and it's just slowly climbed since. It's starting to arc out now. It's not getting as many. But right through here, it was getting 20 to 30 views a day every day. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about redoing that video and giving it the proper review it deserves. And this, where's that one grayscale one? This grayscale video. This thing, I didn't expect it to do anything. Captain sent me a picture of that grayscale right there and asked me if I could do that on a rod of his. It was like 6 or 7 different colors. And I don't know, man, that video just keeps climbing. YouTube search, I mean, people search for it, and it's showing up in suggested videos. I mean, it's got a pretty good click-through rate. That video does really good. Not as good as the chevron and the fade wrap. That fade wrap, I just learned how to do that morning. That was my 3rd time ever doing that. And look at this, 5,000 views. It's just, boom, it goes up. YouTube search. And that's because I learned a new way. I wrapped it once and I watched somebody else's video. I ain't gonna like try taking credit like, oh, I came up with this wrap. I definitely didn't. I don't come up with a lot of them. But he would wrap 10 wraps and then 1 wrap of the other color and then tie it up. Then 9 wraps, tie it up. No, you leave the 9 and then 2 wraps, tie it up. When I do my wraps now, I only tie off twice, once in the center to switch main rolls, and that's it. I use a big piece of the second color and I just wrap it around the rod and leave it. And then I'll do two wraps and move it to the side. And I only tie off twice. It's a cleaner look. I don't know why nobody's ever thought of doing that. And it really comes out clean. Matter of fact, let me show you. I just did that on another rod. Okay, let me shut this off. Put me back up on screen. This is that rod 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I just did the same thing with this one. And all it is 10 blue, 1 green, 9 blue, 2 green. And there's only one tie off on this. And it's right at the end. I kept the string so long that I could do it. And then that's all green thread in between because it's a white blank. And then I did it here again. And then I just got a little smaller reverse chevron wrap. I got the hook keep on the end. That's the 1,000 subscriber giveaway rod. We have been climbing pretty good. We're over 1,200 now, so it won't be long before we do. That's called weaving, and I have made a Jesus fish in a wrap my first time trying to weave. You need a special tool to hold your threads because it takes a lot of threads. And I tried writing some words, but it's really complicated. I use graph paper, and one box on the graph paper, let's say, is 10 wraps, and then I could draw a picture, and I could see it in my head. So I am gonna get the weaving thing, but when you're doing a weaving thing, your rod stays still, and you got that same tool that you use to wrap flies. You use that to go around the rod. I don't like that. I want to try to make um, the thread holders because you got like 60 to 100 threads that are going to go back and forth, and you're pulling one over and then wrapping it, and this one over that. But I want to make it so that they're round and can spin with the rod, so I can still use my rod wrapper. Very good question. This cork did get offset. That cork did get offset. And what I did was this part here, I can't show it to you. It did get offset. And if you look in here, you'll notice. Let me see if I can get it lined up. See, one side is thicker than the other. What I did was I ringed it out a little bigger. Tried to make the offset perfectly circled, and then yes, the bobbin. I tried making the offset perfectly centered, but only on the side that it's offset on. If the other side isn't offset, just do the one side, and then use some tape as an arbor and build it back up with the tape and put it back on. But this one did get offset on me because the cork handle will go quick. I just got the hand reamers. I'm going to get a couple of reamers for the drill. It's too much, man. I'm like mass producing now. I'm actually thinking about getting a shop and having a bait shop and, tackle shop, having rods and stuff that custom. But I got to teach some people how to do this stuff. I mean, I can only build so many at a time. Those big wraps, I mean, my signature wrap goes. This is my first time ever doing a wrap that small, to be honest with you. My wraps normally go from here to here. I wrap the whole rod, the whole from the reel seat to the guide. That's my signature wrap, and they can take anywhere depending on the detail in the wrap. Um, 2 hours to 8 hours, 10 hours. So when you got that much time in a wrap, it kills your profit. This one I just did I think it's a 8 inch wrap on that one. I like it. My wife hates it. She said you just need to stay with what you do. Don't be like everybody else and put a little wrap. Yeah, that's what I'm getting now. I just got the handheld one. I don't even have a handle for that sucker, man. It digs into my hand. I just started a 7 foot medium heavy with EVA split grips on it. And let me tell you, the EVA, the handle on that thing, you couldn't even put a pencil lead through it. And I mean, the rod blank is bigger around than my pinky, about that big around. So I had to step that thing up so many times. You guys are doing 5 to 7 a week. You're doing good. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah, EV great grips, and I don't even have a handle, so that sandpaper. Sometimes I wrap a napkin around it. Um, but I do so much detail in my rods, and that's why um, I charge a lot. I mean, this rod right here, I would get 300 for it. And you being a rod builder, you know what I got into it. You know what I'm saying, brother? So it's the labor, I mean, and the detail. My favorite handle, I gotta say, of all time is the Dragon Scale. With a rod wrapper, that thing don't take no time to do. I can do a Dragon Scale wrap on a handle in 30 minutes. But the look of it is just so nice. Everybody loves it. Now the one that um, the Tiger Wrap, now that thing burns a lot of thread that you know what I mean. I save it and use it for tie offs. I'm actually thinking about getting some 10 pound, 15 pound test line or something. Try making a bunch of tie offs like that with that. Maybe it'll last longer because when you're using the size D thread, you only can get 2 or 3 pulls out of it and then it breaks. And I never pull in the same spot. Like I'll start, the center, and then on the next pull, I'll do it on that side, and then the next pull, I'll do it on the other side. And then it's pretty much no good after that because if it breaks and you already cut the string, it's a pain in the butt. And I don't like to pull my strings through and then cut it, and then you got that little piece to worry about. All my strings are hidden. I don't do that. I mean, everybody does their own way. And now I have had no choice when there was only like 3 or 4 wraps, and then I had to pull it through, and then I pull the threads over and then lay it down, and I just cut it with the razor blade and then burnish it. And still can hide it, but I don't like leaving them hanging out. Yeah, we're gonna learn that together, brother. Like I said, I've got some literature for you. Let me show you one thing, brother. See, this book shows you, you lay your thread down on the rod and you tape it. And let me show you. Now, these are all weaves. These are some cool weaves. Look at the guy on the boat fishing right here. It shows him fishing, shows him hooking it and then reeling it in. You got swordfish up here. Some shows you how to make the letters in cursive. Those are just pictures. Now, like to make that fish, you see how many threads? When it hits the tail, that's 65 threads. When the tail is right there, so you see the numbers, it goes up to 65. And then the fish itself, the colors here, there's 16 different threads going that way. But it's 65 wraps around the rod, and then it's 16 threads going down the rod to make that. And then over here, it tells you which ones to pull over, which ones to pull under. I do have a Facebook page started, but I'm really not too active on it. I mean, it shows up, but I do want to try to make a swordfish by weaving. I'm gonna get a jig, and then I don't want to have to use a bobbin. You know what I'm saying? This is a cool sailboat too. I like that sailboat. And if you look right here, that you can make it in different colors, like the rainbow or different colored sail and stuff. But I've got some programs that I'm working with. And then there's different letters and all kinds of stuff you can do. Like, see, it's like a 6x7 H, and then you can use that pattern and make different letters and stuff. I've never done it, brother. I haven't learned nothing. I did make a Jesus fish on a rod. I just taped 15 white threads up and down the rod real tight together. I put a piece of tape on this end, piece of tape on this end. And then I wrapped with black thread. And then I pulled one over, and then I wrapped twice. And then I pulled it back and then pulled two over, wrapped twice. And I pulled the one on the top and the one on the bottom over that. And it made a perfect fish, Jesus fish. And it came out good, but that's only with like 10 or 12 threads. When you get 60 threads, you're going to lose count on what one is what. On those jigs, they have marks on them, so it keeps them all in a straight line. And you pull it over and it locks up here in thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, then 5, 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? So you just grab it thread 3 and you're reading on the book and it'll tell you. And I've started making the software for weaving, but it's all a theory because we haven't actually tried it. Now you can get graph paper and draw it out, and every one of those boxes could be 5 threads or 10 threads. It's all what you decide, and it should be just draw a regular picture and then put it underneath the graph paper. Set it on the graph paper and then trace it. You should be able to put whatever you could draw, you could put it onto a weave. Theoretically, it won't have that crisp round lines. It might have a little bit of, you know what I mean, squared it. But I don't think there's anything we can't do with these rod wrapping videos. And I tell you, no exaggeration, all these rod wraps that I've shown you in the last month and a half, 2 months, I've never tried any of them on a rod. I do them all the first time with you because it's a theory that I do. I've never done, I never did that Simple Star wrap on a rod. I've never tried it before. That was the first time I ever tried it, was on that video. I've never done any of these. I do the chevron wrap, the reverse chevron wrap. People love the reverse chevron wrap. 9 times out of 10, that's the one they pick. It's a really clean looking wrap. The diamond wrap, the open diamond wrap. I've never done the grayscale. I've never done the faded grayscale. I've done a faded diamond wrap recently. But I tell you, it's mainly like a faded reverse chevron wrap is what everybody wants. That's what I want to do. See, Mudhole, let me pull it up. Mudhole's got a loom, but I don't like it because I want my loom to spin when the rod spins. Mudhole's loom has to stay straight, and then you wrap it with the bobbin. I don't want to do that. I want my loom to be able to spin so I can use my wrapper. I'm spoiled. All right, let's look up. See, here's Mudhole's loom. Let's get the loom on the rod. See, I guess you could spin it with that thing, but the way that thing holds on threads is beautiful. I think for the price, see, I want to make a round one. Oh, look, he's spinning it on his rod. I'm buying it. I'm getting this, brother. You want me to send you one? Why can't you do this? You've got your hand wrapper. You should be able to do this, brother. And then I'll photocopy those pages out of my book, and you can get started with that. We'll do it together. Maybe this will be our challenge, Dynasty. I'll challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to do this, brother. See, he's just counting his threads. It's only 45. Yeah, but I can make a purchase. I will buy and send to you. Sure. That's all right. And you got my email. It's fishinglouisiana2020 at gmail.com, A&D. And I'll photocopy. That's a $200 book. But I can photocopy that stuff, how to get started. And you could get started with that. Okay, it's pinned, brother. But I am getting off here 5 minutes. This might be $100 book. But this book has taught me a lot too. Now it's really weird, like trying to figure out the lingo. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a word person. To make this wrap here, here's your instructions. Sequence, center cross dash out, middle box dash in, outer box dash out until closes on the outside. Then close middle dash gray, border outside dash gray, border with black, double box, split star, gill row. That's the instructions to make that wrap. You gotta be a damn genius. Oh, let's take a look, right? Get Facebook up here. Oh snap! You did the American flag, bro. That's awesome. It's hard to. I've had rods appraised, and what they're looking for is the thread gaps and how tight the wraps are, and if there's any gaps in there. Dude, I can't believe you nailed that American flag. Did you learn that watching my video? That was the second American flag I did. I did one the night before trying it out, and it didn't quite come out the way I wanted it. And then I tried it out. Well, let's show people what we're looking at here. These are some of his rods he just did. I like the color scheme on this one. It's hard to see them. This is a diamond wrap. Not a fan of those grips, but I mean that's personal preference is all that is. It's a nice rod, but it's just hard to see. I really like the way that American flag came out. He did a nice job on it. And then you brought it up so many flags, man. That is beautiful. I really like that. You sir are doing very well. That red and black handle goes perfect with that rod, with the wrap. Good job, bro. I love this color scheme here. I'm not sure if the handle goes with that. I would have used a black handle myself on that wrap. But that is sweet looking. Yeah, you did a great job. It's hard to say, but I would start out like you found what on Facebook? The flag wrap? Oh, it's your personal catfish, right? Um, the way to break it down, bro, is how much you have into the rod, how many much you got into those parts that you built the rod, right? And then figure out how much labor you got to have. Okay, let's say for example, I don't know, I got a ballpark on what you pay. Parts are all different. They're all one guide, a Fuji guide, and a regular guide. They can look identical, but a Fuji guide could be $10 for versus 46 cents on the other guide. So it's all in how much you paid for it. Let's say you had 150 in it and you had 10 hours wrapping it. What's your 10 hours worth? I know what my 10 hours is worth. I own a company, so me taking 10 hours away from my company to build a rod, I really got to be compensated for it. Now, the fishing or the LSU rod I did, uh, yeah, I like that. That was a nice one. But let's say that LSU rod, I had like $350 in parts and about 10 hours. And like I said, I sold it for 650. So 10 hours for 300 bucks. It's like what, $30 an hour? I probably could have got more for it. I have sold one for $900, but that was a contract. I didn't make much on that. I like to make $150 a rod by the time it's said and done minimum. I won't do anything other than that. But I hate to do this to you guys, but I have to go because I've got a rod that I am working on and I want to have it done by tonight. Yeah, there you go. $25 an hour. I mean, if you're happy with that, I mean, that's good money. But eventually, you're going to get your costs down. You're going to buy in bulk. You're going to get your costs down. Then you don't go by the hour no more. You keep that base rate. You know what I'm saying? If you're making $25 an hour and you're spending $100 on parts, and you get those parts down to $60 in parts, you're going to keep that same base price. I don't sell a rod. My cheapest rod is 300. I don't sell anything under 300. 300 is my cheapest rod, and then I go up from there. But I really appreciate it, guys. Uh, Dynasty, I'm gonna hit you up with an email. We're gonna get a loom out to you. I'm gonna buy two of them. I have a. I didn't know you could put that on the rod wrapper. That's game changer right there, buddy. We're gonna make a swordfish. You and me. That's our challenge. We're gonna weave a fish, brother. A&D, you can come back to this video and get that link. Mudhole's got them. Just to go to mudhole.com. They got that weaving too. I think it said it was, what, $42 or something like that. Let's go back. It's got out of this video. Yeah, $44.95. You can't go wrong. See, it's got every thread right in there. Oh, okay, I see. There's thread 1, then it goes 10, and then 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Instead of putting 24 or 42, I don't know why they do it like that. I'd rather have all the numbers on there. But I really like it. I really, really like it. All right, everybody. I have to go. I really appreciate you. Our next live should be celebrating being monetized or the process of being monetized going. 12 hours is all I need. I know I already have them because the monetization is 2 days behind. So hopefully I will have the monetization process underway the next time we talk. And remember, look for my videos. We got one coming Tuesday and Thursday. I think I shot those videos already. I don't even remember what they were. They're on the computer. I still got to edit them and make a thumbnail and all that good stuff. And I had a couple of requests for different videos. Oh, really? On Mudhull? I have a commercial account though. I don't get those deals. I get a natural deal. Like, see, that's 44.95. I think I will pay like I want to say 38 to $41. I'll pay for it. I get a natural discount, so I could mark it up and sell it online if I want because I got the commercial. Well, I'm gonna let everybody go. I really appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping me build this channel. We are this close to being monetized because of all of you, man. Thank you so much, everybody. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.